Hi team, and welcome along. Welcome to this mindful Pilates video where you don't need any equipment whatsoever. And if you've been feeling like you've got a busy brain or you've been feeling a little bit achy in your back, you're in the right place. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jana, and today we're going to have a lovely mindful 10 minutes with a special focus on releasing out that lower back. So give yourself that little bit of space, a little bit of time, let all the other thoughts float out of the door, and this lovely little bit of self-care can really change how you feel for the rest of today. So let's head on over. I'm going to start with standing. So I'm going to bring my feet to hip distance apart there. My weight is in my heels and then out towards that big toe and then all the way out towards that little toe as well. So you might want to close your eyes and just notice that floor underneath you. So we're feeling rooted and we're feeling supported by that floor underneath us. Let's lengthen up now through the legs and just pop your hands on the top of your pelvis. So if you have been feeling lately that you have that achy low back, I want to just check in with your posture as you stand there now. Do you notice that perhaps there's a deeper curve in that lower back or a bigger crease in those hips in that psoas area here at the front? And if you're really not sure, maybe even just lean yourself up against a wall and just notice if you feel like there's a great big tunnel underneath that lower back. These are just little signs that these muscles have been working really hard. So let's bring ourselves into a little bit more place of ease and alignment without having to fix or force. This is the beauty of Pilates and the beauty of this self-care month that we have ahead of us in our online challenge. So we're taking a nice deep inhale and let your belly soften. As you exhale, I'd like you to notice your hip bones at the front here, magnetize them towards each other and feel that deepest core, those lower abdominals, gently drawing in. Notice how when you switch on these abdominal muscles, that actually helps to lengthen out that spine without even having to force it there. Let's try that again. Let everything soften. Go for that big inhale. And as you exhale, magnetize those hip bones towards each other. Feel that deepest lower abdominals switching on and notice how that lengthens out that lower back. Can you bring yourself into a comfortable position where you've just got a tiny curve in that lower back and the rest of your spine feels nice and tall? In Pilates, we call this a neutral position, and it's the least amount of stress on the spine there. Perhaps just keeping one hand into that lower back and the other hand onto those abdominal muscles so you can check on in and be very present in the moment with what's happening with those lower abdominals. Because the stronger these abdominals get here, the more beautiful alignment you'll find you naturally have. So we're taking that lovely big inhale. Let everything soften, let your belly relax. As you go to exhale, let's feel that connection through the abdominals. You'll feel your muscles firming up underneath that hand on your belly. Let your body weight gently ease forwards towards your heels. And because we've spread out those toes, we've got a good base of support as we start to peel those heels off the floor. And then bring yourself back down to a place of relax. Try that again. Inhaling to prepare. And as you exhale, feel that connection through the abdominal muscles, that firming underneath that hand at the front. And keep going, peeling those heels towards the ball of the foot. You might rise a little higher and feel how these abdominals are actually supporting you, supporting your balance, and they support you all the way around to that low back. So let's go one more, inhaling. Everything is really soft, shoulders are soft. And as you exhale, feel that connection through the abdominal muscles. Let your body weight shift forwards towards the ball of the foot. Spread all the toes out and notice with that connection of your abs how you have that little bit more balance. And that deep abdominal muscle is connecting all the way around and supporting into the spine. Lovely. Let's let these heels rest down. Let your hands come down by your sides. We're going to keep your weight now nice and equal from your right foot to your left. Go really tall through the spine and notice that your head is on the top of your body, head over heart. We're inhaling. As you exhale, keep the weight equal through both feet. And notice that you can create more space in that side waist and ease your hand down by your side. And Coco wants to say good morning. And then we're going to come all the way back through to centre. So we're inhaling, we're really tall. And as you exhale, keep the weight in both feet and see if you can ease over to your side, creating space between your hip bone and that bottom rib. And we come all the way through to centre. So if you have had an achy low back, opening out through this side waist here can really contribute towards really easing things out. So let's take a big inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, the weight stays equal through both feet. As you go down to the side, notice you're creating space in your side waist and even space between each rib. Can you pause here? And as you breathe in, notice that you have extra space between those ribs, those intercostal muscles. Try and breathe into those. And then all the way back through to centre. So we take a big inhale. And as you exhale, the weight is equal through both feet. We feel like we've grown an extra inch up through the side waist there. And pause there. Can you inhale and breathe into the space between those ribs? And then slowly all the way through to centre. Beautiful. Okay, hopefully you're feeling slightly easier there now. Can you tilt forwards, giving an inhale? Can you exhale and feel the abdominals wrap? Can you inhale, release? Can you exhale, feel that wrapping of the abdominals? And now taking it, if you feel comfortable, into more of a big circle, like you've got a hula hoop around your waist, and we're loosening out. So you're creating lots of space in that lumbar spine and delivering lots of oxygen. Let's have a little swap. Go into the other side. Wriggle it out. That's it. Good. Feels so nice. And then just bring yourself all the way through to centre. So you're back in that neutral position. We're up nice and tall all the way through the spine there. Beautiful. Okay, from here, can you hinge your hips all the way back? My weight is more in my heels now, and I'm going to bend those knees. If you want a bit of feedback, because the abdominals will support your spine, as you exhale, keep your hands on your tummy and press through the heels. Feel the switching on of those glute max muscles and the abdominal muscles underneath your hands. So even though we're squatting, we're actually supporting right through to that lower back. So we inhale, we bend the knees and soften down. I want to be able to see the whole room in front of me. And as I exhale, press through the heels, switch on the back of the glutes and those abdominals gently drawing in and together. These are ways to absolutely support your spine as you work through the day. Imagine you're going to go and lift something heavy now. If you were to really use those thigh muscles and incorporate that beautiful breath, exhaling as you lift up that heavy load, you will really support all the way through to that lower back. Brilliant. Okay team, now we're going to ease on down towards the floor. So I'm going to use my thigh to support me. If there's another way that you feel is better for you to get down, then do feel free to do that. So I'm going to go down onto one knee and I'm going to wriggle one foot further forwards now. If you need a bit of padding underneath that back knee, feel free to do that. I'm going to tuck my tailbone underneath and really squeeze that glute max. In this position, I'm really opening up that hip flexor, that psoas area, which is going to help to create better alignment in that lower back. So if you feel happy with your flexibility there, you might even wriggle that front foot even further forwards. We're really keeping this opening through here. This is our mindful area where we're creating space. The hand that's on the same side as this back leg, it could reach up and lengthen upwards towards the sky and feel that extra space again in that side waist and then ease it down. Notice how that opens up that hip even more. Your lower back's going to be so happy with you. Inhale, exhale and reach on up. Little progression is to start to side bend. I'm being very mindful of squeezing that glute behind me and opening up that side waist. Inhaling, last one, exhale, reach, 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 reach. and then coming all the way through to centre. Beautiful. Let's take that leg behind and have a swap to the other side. I'm going to angle myself again just to get different views. This is what I do in the online videos as well, just take shots from different angles so you can really see what's going on. And do feel free to press pause at any point if you want to spend a little bit longer in certain positions. So I'm going to squeeze this glute max behind and really opening up this hip flexor. Both hip bones are facing directly forwards there. If you feel flexible, you could wriggle your front toes a little further forwards. I'm going to inhale and exhale and feel that reach. So my knee is down to the floor, but my side waist is opening. I can feel the space between that bottom rib and that hip, and then ease on down. Give me 2 more. We're working with that breath because we will get way more out of our move if we're working with that breath. Inhale. Exhale, feel that space in the hip, that nourishment for your lumbar spine. And then we ease on down. Beautiful. The last move of today, we're going to come down onto all fours. So I'm going to have my hands directly underneath my shoulders. If that's too much flexion in your wrist, feel free to go onto your knuckles so your thumbs are facing forwards instead. And I've got my knees directly underneath those hip bones. Let's slide the shoulders down away from the ears, which is it makes our neck very happy. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, let's tuck the tailbone underneath you, so that's the very bottom of the spine. Notice as you do that, you start to create space between each vertebra in that lower back. We're not going too high to begin with. We're just being very mindful of that lumbar region, that lower back, and then just bring yourself through to neutral. So we inhale. The shoulders are away from those ears, and as you exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath. As you tuck that tailbone under, can you feel a slight gathering, a slight lift through the pelvic floor, and those lower abdominals gently hugging in towards you? These actions of these muscles can really help to create that space in that lumbar spine without us forcing any move at all. Let's go inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're tucking that tailbone all the way under. Feel how that gentle lift of pelvic floor and lower abs gives you extra space in that lower back. Now team, I want you to keep going there. But if any of you feel like that is too much on your knees, you can always find yourself a steady surface. This is actually relatively low, but it could be your worktop in your kitchen. And I have lots of clients in the morning that when they're making their cup of tea, that they also ease out that lower back at the same time. So you absolutely could keep the shoulders away from your ears, softening those knees. And can you see how I've just changed to take it off my knee, but I'm still creating lots of space in that lumbar spine and igniting through those lower abdominals. Whichever variation you're doing, can you give me one more? Inhaling, the chest is open, the shoulders are away from those ears, and as you exhale, we gently tuck, tuck, tuck. Work with that breath. It brings us right into this present moment. Our mind is on the muscles, and as you release, let your belly soften, and notice those 2 bony sit bones underneath you separate away from each other. Excellent. However you need to get off the floor, feel free to use the position that feels good for you. You might step forwards, place a hand on the knee in order to bring yourself all the way up. Let's come right up to standing, hands onto those hips, and let's check in with how soft and comfortable and loose that lower back feels now. Give me an inhale, anterior tilt. Exhale, feel that gathering. Ooh, yes, so much easier. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Good, maybe a little circle one way, a little circle the other. And you are ready to start your day feeling really comfortable in your body. So if you enjoyed that, do let me know, tap in the comments, and there can be lots more where this came from. If you would like a guided process, do feel free to join in with our online studio monthly challenge, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.